members, having had the presentation, it's very clear from what we are having here that they have a problem at the level of the capital. They want to amend the provision of 13 billion to at least the figure that they had last year, which is about 22 billion as capital. Then they also want a 7 billion from the economic code line in order for them to address the deteriorated and dilapidated perimeter walls, fences, old cell blocks, and staff quarters. Then they want this committee to intervene on the issue for an upward review of ration rates. Now, anybody who visits these countries' prisons and the staff quarters, it's not just the prisons that are dilapidated, even the houses where the officers are going, are sleeping. In fact, in some places there are no differences between the prisoners and the staff. So I think it is incumbent on the committee and on the chairman of the two committees. But we know these are not the ones who are on the ground. It's your comrades that I'm talking about. So I think the issue before this committee is actually what you have always said. We have to look at this issue from both a practical and from a humanistic standpoint. I know, Mr. Chairman, you have always been a humanitarian, somebody who had been working for the welfare of the downtrodden throughout your life. And there is nowhere where you can make an impact better than here. You know the problem. You have led the nation's labor movement. You have ruled a state for 8 years. Nobody here had the kind of experiences that you have had from both the grassroots and also at the top. You know what is happening there, and you know what is there at the top. So the major issue before us, Mr. Chairman, is to look at these proposals from a humanitarian angle. During the time when we were interacting with the appropriation committee, there is that open window where we know the nation's purse are really tight, but I think this is one area that with your generosity and plead, you can plead with the appropriation committee. Some of us will line up behind you, behind the two committees, to see that some measure of humanity and humanism is visited on this institution. I raise my case, sir.